So we're playing maintenance catch-up today, kind of working on some projects we want to do for a while. One of them, these are the front, I guess point you at it. These are the front cross plates on the winches on my Zacklift. And they are just this rectangle piece of plate, which is fine with the cable, but when you got synthetic rope and it binds in there and you got to use the boom to like pull it out, sometimes the cable, or the rope, sorry, will run over this sharp edge. And it's not hurting the rope yet, but I'm sure if we do it enough, it will. So I am welding on some round stock onto here. Again, I should point you at it to make a rounded surface for that rope to slide over when it does that, which isn't very often, but it does sometimes if you're not paying attention. So all it is some round stock, cut to length that'll fit between the winch drum, and I'm just gonna weld it up on there. That'll give us a nice smooth surface for the rope to go over. So my helmet didn't darken right off the bat. I don't know why, so I just closed my eyes till about there. And then I opened them up and saw that I was not where I needed to be. So, welding by braille. Close enough for what I'm doing, but not super great either. Good news is this side's all preheated now. So we got those pieces welded, painted, drying. David is up here prepping the low bed trailer for paint. I got the EcoFlow to run the grinder, and then we'll use it to run the sprayer. We are not gonna do a nice job. We're not. I got some Rust-Oleum and an airless paint sprayer and some roller brushes to do part of it too, and we're just gonna make this thing red. It's not gonna be a nice job, it's not gonna be a good job, but
it's gonna be a red job.
You know what I thought? I like, if I paint the thing, it's gonna look like shit. And then I'm like, well, it already looks like shit.
Yeah, you can't make it look worse.
So why not make it red and look like shit? And then it fits in with all the other shit around here. So that's what we're doing. Something else cool that happened while we were doing that is, well, you see here, I've got a 94-year-old car. It's kind of red, I guess. And it's blown up right now. So for the next week or so, Chevy just showed up and dropped me off a loaner vehicle. This is the new Chevy Trail Boss 1500 Z71. I'm probably not saying the model name 100% correctly, but they just showed up and dropped this off and told me to have fun with it. Wasn't it that simple?
Oh yeah, no paperwork, nothing.
No, have fun with it. So this is brand new Trail Boss Z71. It's the turbo. I forget what size the engine is. I'll tell you in a minute when I look it up. It's got some slider steps on it. We'll have to test out and make sure those are durable enough. This is a nice truck.
Yeah.
So, what's it got back here? Got lights in the bed. Is this an AC plug? This thing is nice. And it's even the right color. You think they picked this color out just for me, or this just happened to be the truck they have? Look at this thing.
Smells new.
Well, I would hope so. Yeah. Of course, you get in covered in paint chips.
Oh yeah, it's no longer clean.
That lasted long, Chevy. It was David's fault.
Yeah.
All right, so we got to run to town. My airless paint sprayer is broken. Last time I used it was when I painted that trailer over there like 4 years ago, and I never used it again. I don't think I actually remember to clean it out first. Yeah. It's toast. I tried fixing it. It's not. So we're gonna run to town and get a new one. Then we can get to painting that trailer in a terrible fashion. So we're heading to town to go get another paint sprayer and maybe some more paint too, because when I got the paint, they were kind of shorter when I needed. But I want you to notice something right now. It is dead freaking quiet in here. We're doing 61 miles an hour. And there is like no sound, like from the truck. It's quiet. But also, I have been driving around a 94-year-old car that has more wind noise than a hurricane, so I could be a little biased, but this thing is like silent. Even the engine, when you rev it's not like loud. A nice truck though. So update, we're back from town and it's the next day and the trailer's got a whole lot of red down the side of it. We just sprayed all the side rails red, and then those outriggers are gonna get, I think I'm gonna do like charcoal gray, almost like my logo. Oh, there, like the red and gray thing. So I think that's what I'm gonna do with those. So those go back on the side and it'll break up all that color. Even though I've never ever used outriggers, I feel they're completely unnecessary and just a waste of weight on the trailer. Then the top flange here, and then all the inner frame rail and all that, it's all just gonna be black. So all the inside there, all of this, everything's all just gonna be black, with those being that gray down the side. It is a way brighter red than I thought it was gonna be, but that's okay. Then up here we've got the winch plates back on. You could see that front plate. I guess I could go up there and show you. On the winches up here, there's this front plate that holds like the drum together, I guess. But it's just like a sharp edge. And when the rope buries itself down in between, you tie that off to something and free spool and boom out or lift up or whatever to pull it back out. But when you do that, the rope is then pulled from up here, goes under and pulls around that sharp edge. You're just getting some fuzzies on the rope. So welding that rounded edge on there gives it a nice round edge to go over and hopefully make the rope last a whole lot longer and just be a lot easier on it. So yeah, that should help keep the rope happy. It's not something that happens very often at all, but every once in a while when it does, it's just like a little extra safety precaution there, kind of like how I did the ends of the sheave heads there. But that is all the update you're gonna get for today, because it is supposed to be 106 degrees today. So we are closed. Ain't playing that game. The business is shut down until the weather decides not to be stupid anymore. It's also why I've been doing like calls at night and turning down everything during the day. They're taking stuff at night, so it's the only time I'm not working when it's 106 out. Okay, that was Friday and now it's Monday. We got, as you can see over there, a whole lot of red on that trailer on Friday, but then we had to cut it short because it got really hot, and we didn't do anything this weekend as far as work because it was 106 degrees and nobody needs to be working in that. So what we did do is we took the Chevy up to the lake. We went up to Cultus Lake and rented a pontoon boat and went on the lake for the day. My daughter and her friends got to play in the water, had a nice day, cooling off up there. So that was a real nice little drive in the truck. Nice lake to go check out if you're into that sort of thing, like lakes and such. And David is painting the trailer.
It's looking good.
Yeah, we're rolling this on so it's super thick, because this was going to run over a whole bunch. This was all sprayed, and then also we don't have to tape off all this wood to not be like sprayed across. And that just makes it a lot thicker, quicker. So we take like sand and sprinkle in there for traction. Yeah. You know, on this trailer that lays completely flat and doesn't need the extra traction. But yeah, the whole side here is red, and that red came out, like, it was called safety red. It is bright, bright red. I got black all sprayed all up in here. That was all sprayed. Gonna be black across the top. We're gonna roll the tops, like I said, so it's super thick, since it's gonna get run over a whole bunch. And spray the inside there, probably. Then we can start reassembling the tail lights, all the back half, all the stuff. New lights down the side, put all of our reflective tape back in. The outriggers are over there. They're gonna get painted a different color to hopefully break up some of that red. So yeah, just the projects continue into the next week. And I'll update you when we get more done. Then while that's happening over there, we've got Trey over here riding his little skid steer. Trey is prepping for some concrete slab in here under our gazebo where we set up the whole beach project. This was gravel with some pavers in it, which was all cool until we did the beach project, and then we had the problem of the sand getting in the gravel and the gravel getting in the sand. So to solve that problem, we're just gonna pour a concrete slab right here instead. That should be much nicer. And now he's going in the backyard because he's gonna fix our walkway to the back porch while he's at it. You guys have actually seen Trey before in the PLS cleanups where he was using this trailer to haul cars in and out of the woods off to the dump site and help clean up. Check it out. We got all the paint done on the trailer. I mean, all the painting we're gonna do. David got all the lights put back in. We got the outriggers put back on. We got the reflective tape down the side, so we're all legal and good. And from this far away, this thing looks amazing. Next up, it needs a new deck really bad, but replacing the deck boards is a project that I am not personally going to do. I've done it on quite a few trailers. I have no desire to do that again. I will gladly pay someone to replace the deck on that trailer. So if you're in Central Oregon and want to redeck a trailer, let me know. Anyway, yeah, so it needs that. The other thing we're going to do to it is these little bullet lights down the side here. I want to put basically one of those between every outrigger on each side all the way down the trailer. One, it kind of matched the Zacklift, even though that doesn't really matter because when I'm pulling this trailer I'm not going to have the Zacklift hooked up. But two, it really makes it that much more visible at night, especially like making corners at night and all that stuff. You can really see where the side of your trailer is. That's kind of the main reason I want to do it. And then also switch out, I have all the lights to do that, I just don't have the time to get into that project right now myself. I also want to switch out all the lights to LEDs. The three in the center are in the back. I even switched those three out to the bullet lights too. I have the red ones as well. I think I even have LED lights for that. We should probably do those at least. But this thing came out really good for a 50-foot paint job. Meaning 50 foot away, looks great. Get up close, maybe not so much, but curb appeal, I guess you want to call it. It looks really good. I'm really happy with how it came out. And now I know that I said I was never going to paint this trailer. I'm sure plenty of you are going to comment that I said I was never going to paint this trailer. And to be fair, I didn't paint this trailer. David did.